what's up, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be just a kind of like a fun little video that I wanted to put together since this is my first pregnancy and I didn't really know too much about pregnancy before. So this is the 10 things that they don't tell you about pregnancy. So first on this list is that it kind of goes towards the first trimester of your pregnancy, is that you have morning sickness and you're nauseous all the time. Well, the little thing that they didn't tell you is that you actually have to eat to not be to have morning sickness or nausea. So I found this out, I think on the internet somewhere, but I found out that you're just so hungry in the morning because you haven't eaten for those 8 hours or however long you sleep. So you need to eat so you aren't nauseous in the morning. So as soon as you get something in your stomach, even just like having crackers by your bedside, that definitely helped me in my first trimester when it came to morning sickness and nausea. Number 2 on this list is that there is a lot of appointments that just don't, like, you don't really get like really too much of an update. So there is a lot of it if you just walk in, you get weighed, pee in a cup, they test it for like sugars and like proteins, like that type of stuff, and then they didn't start measuring my stomach until probably my 3rd trimester, but then the doctor just comes in and just asks if everything's okay, everything's good. Oh, and they also measure the baby's heartbeat, so they do hear the heartbeat every single time. But that has been my appointments for the past 10 appointments I've had. I don't know if I've had exactly 10 appointments, but it's been since a very, very small, from the beginning. That's kind of how it is. So I thought like maybe like each like appointment you get something different out of it, but it's pretty much what I said it was. There's not too much updates unless you're getting an ultrasound or getting any testing, like that type of stuff. So I knew a little bit about this, but not to the extent of what I'm about to talk about. So they always say that you're going to be exhausted, you're going to have insomnia, like that type of thing, but they don't tell you of how bad it's going to be. So I don't know if it's just my pregnancy. Obviously pregnancies are all different, but my change of sleep has been happening ever since my 3rd trimester. I have no, like, I can't be comfortable in the middle of the night, so I'll wake up all this time. And then insomnia is totally a real thing, and I thought maybe like here and there, like you would have it, you not be able to sleep, but it's every night, and it's waking up, going to the bathroom, coming back into bed, and you know you're exhausted, but you just can't fall asleep. I've been counting sheep to try to make that work, but there's just so much on your brain that, you know, anything, if you're a full-time working mom just like I am, you have work on your mind, you have you know, you have all the baby stuff on your mind, you have real life stuff on your mind, you have cleaning your house on your mind. So literally all of that is stuck in your head, and at least that's what's in my head when I'm trying to fall asleep, and all of that comes running into my head, and I can't fall asleep after that. Alright, number 4 that I have written down here, it might just be my area or I'm not looking in the right spots, but I can't find pregnancy clothes pretty much anywhere. So my Target section has a very small one, Kohl's has a very small one. Obviously like their online stores are big, but I can't find pregnancy clothes really anywhere around me. And if I do find them, like at motherhood, maternity, or anything like that, they always tend to be extremely, extremely expensive. So that's why I haven't bought too much of pregnancy clothes. I've been trying to shop deals. I don't like paying full price for anything really. So just trying to find like decent clothes that are maternity and are going to work as maternity clothes. It's nearly impossible for me to find them in the stores and still be in today's day in style. Number 5 I have written on here is that you don't truly know how obsessed you're going to be over your kid that's not even here yet until you're pregnant. So they can tell you all you want, but you don't realize it until I probably realized it as soon as I found out he was a boy, and we started naming him and getting everything ready for him. So I didn't truly know what that obsession of being obsessed over your kids yet until I became pregnant, and he's not even here yet. Another thing to add to that, since you are so obsessed with them, you want to make sure everything is healthy, everything's good to go with your pregnancy. So any like minor little things that happen throughout your pregnancy, you're always Googling it to make sure it's okay, make sure the baby's healthy, you're asking your doctor all these random weird questions that might be normal in a pregnancy, but you don't know that yet just because this is, you know, your first pregnancy. Like it's mine, so I've literally Googled so many things and just make sure that my baby is the healthiest baby I can make him. Number 6 on this list is that I have no control over emotions. So not too much in my like second trimester at all. First was a little bit, but definitely this end part of my pregnancy has been an emotional roller coaster, like I've said in my you know, pregnancy updates. But I just don't have like really any control over my emotions. I can try all I want, but you know, if I feel like crying, I'm gonna cry, and if I'm angry, I'm going to yell, and it's just, if I feel overwhelmed, I'm probably gonna cry again. But literally I have no control over them, which is kind of ridiculous. But I always try to correct myself after I have like these emotional like tantrums. But it just comes over you that you just have like no control over how you react to things. Number 7 on this list, you feel helpless, and you just have to depend on others to do things for you. So I was never like that, ever. I've always been the girl of, I want to be dependent on. So I always wanted to do things my own, do it my own way, make sure it's done right, all that kind of stuff. So when it came to anything in his nursery, I supervised everything if I wasn't doing it myself. So it was really hard to put, you know, put the project on, you know, on Michael or my mom or anything like that, because I'm just a perfectionist when it comes to that. So painting the walls, obviously I can't do that being pregnant, and staining the accent wall, I wasn't allowed to be in here. And I love painting and I love staining, like that type of stuff, so it's really hard to not be able to be a part of those projects. Even the simple things now, when I get home from work, my feet are really swollen now, and my doctor said that I need to, they're not really swollen, they're just starting to get swollen. But my doctor said I need to come home, put my feet up, that type of thing. And I've never been that type of person. I've always had a to-do list of what I need to get done when I get home from work. So that's a little bit hard to depend on Michael to do a lot of things around the house. But I know as soon as Ethan gets here, I'm gonna have to drop everything that I have planned every day and just worry about my little boy. Number 8 that I have on here is that pregnancy tends to be slow, or it feels slow in the first couple of weeks until probably around 20 weeks, and that's probably because you find out the gender of your baby at 20 weeks usually. We went ahead and went early and got the gender reveal, but it tends to feel really, really slow. So some of that part is that, you know, you can't tell people as well until, well, you're not supposed to tell people until you're 3 months in, so that's 12 weeks. But that time frame just feels so slow because you can't talk about it and you don't find the gender out of your baby, and you're just anxiously waiting to find out. So that tended to be feeling a little bit, you know, slower for me. Once I hit 20 weeks, all the way to 30 weeks, it felt like it flew by. Like my whole entire second trimester was like gone out of my brain. I don't even really know what happened during my second trimester. But now I'm in my third, and I am going to be 34 weeks this week, and I feel like time can't go fast enough. Literally, I just feel like it's so slow, and it's maybe just I'm getting anxious and I'm starting to become in more pain and everything, and it's just like my second trimester was so easy compared to this last trimester and my first trimester, so it feels like it's going by so slow until Ethan gets here. So what I have written down here for number 9 This just pertains to me. I don't know if it pertains to other people as well. If it does, please comment down below. But I like know what my purpose is in life, and my purpose is just to be a mom. That's literally have been my purpose my entire life. Everyone asks you, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? I literally just wanted to be a mom. So I thought I was so ready to become a mom, like I knew what I was doing, like everything like this. And then once I became pregnant, I was so nervous because, you know, it's real now. And I doubt myself a lot of the times to be like, am I really ready for this? Am I not? And I go back and forth, and I don't know, it's probably just me, and I don't know, there might be some of you out there that are still kind of feeling like that, but I just feel like I doubt myself that I don't have everything ready, like I don't have everything prepared. And I know, like, if I talk to this about to other people, they say once he gets here you'll know what to do. So I'm trying to calm my nerves down with that, but I never knew that was actually going to happen to me once I became pregnant. Alright, I realize I have 11 things written down, so this is going to be the 11 things they don't tell you about pregnancy. But so number 10 has to do with just your body in general. So I don't know why I didn't know this before, but I didn't know like pregnancy bellies were really hard. I had no idea. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I just, because I was never pregnant, like I'm the first of my friends to get pregnant, so I just didn't know. So they don't tell you about how uncomfortable and how hard they actually get. So clearly I would have known by now if I knew how hard the stomach gets. But now in my third trimester, it's definitely getting harder every single day, and it's very uncomfortable at points of the day. Number 11 is that they don't tell you about how bad acid reflux is. So I've always heard about heartburn being a huge thing in pregnancy, but I've never heard of acid reflux being as bad as it is. I know heartburn and acid reflux are pretty much the same thing, but I haven't gotten any heartburn. I've only gotten acid reflux, and it is so painful. Like, I've never had acid reflux ever in my life, and I don't think you could prepare anyone to be ready for it. Like, that's just my opinion, just because I've had it so bad. And it feels like, I can't even describe it. It's kind of like, if I throw up, will it make it feel better? Like, how many Tums can I take to try to make this feel better? And usually none of it works. And you just have to deal with it, but it's extremely painful. And I don't think they prepare you enough that, you know, if you do get acid reflux in your pregnancy, it's just not a fun thing, ladies. So that is going to be everything for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any of these, you know, symptoms or the same feelings, please comment down below. If you have any other ones that they don't tell you about pregnancy, I also would love to hear them and see if I have those exact same feelings. But that is going to be everything for today's video. So subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my Thursday video, which will be a 34-week update. Bye.